since the precision strike of India, the ball was in Pakistan's court, and India has already said that Operation Sindoor is not yet over. It is just the first phase. So now let me take you to the second phase of Operation Sindoor, which India had to launch because Pakistan dared once again and tried kamikaze drones and missiles to try and attack 15 defense bases of the country. Very quickly, let me show you on the map how Pakistan tried to target, and this happened in the intervening night of 7th and 8th, ladies and gentlemen. This is what their three primary targets right at the top of the country in Jammu and Kashmir was. In the Jammu Army Base, Avantipura, Srinagar, there were strikes launched from the Pakistani side. If I take you to Punjab, the other border state of the country, this is where the large attempt from Pakistanis were done last night with projectiles coming in from across the border in Kapurthala, Amritsar, Jalandhar, Adhampur, Ludhiana. Even the Chandigarh Army Base was the target along with Bathinda. Let's go further to Gujarat, where Pakistan also tried, in fact in Rajasthan first, where Nal, Falodi and Uttarlai were targeted by the projectiles coming in from Pakistan. It was a combination of some missiles along with the drones and the UAVs that they used. It was not just Jammu, Kashmir, Punjab and Rajasthan. They also went as west in the country to Bhuj, where they tried, in fact, some projectiles were launched. Now, India responded to this. All these projectiles were put down by an air defense system, which included the S-400 and other batteries, which are now being on high alert and lined across the border states. And there was a retaliation. This was something which was told or been explicitly underlined by the leadership of the country. If Pakistan escalates, there is going to be further retaliation on Pakistan. This is what India did. Many places in Pakistan saw kamikaze drone action. For the first time, drones were used, and it will also give you a sense of, ladies and gentlemen, how our systems are much better than compared to Pakistan, because many of our drones were able to penetrate Pakistan's air defense systems, and particularly the one which a lot of people are talking about. Multiple cities in Pakistan and their installations were targeted, including Rawalpindi. There are some reports of Karachi, but what people are talking about is Lahore. Just take a look, keep looking at this circle at this moment. You will see a drone which is diving down, and then of course a battery of Pakistan's air defense was destroyed in this. There have been visuals, from across Pakistan which confirm that the target was HQ-9 air defense system, which has been supplied to Pakistan by China, and this was built for air defense of Lahore. One of those batteries has been destroyed by India's kamikaze drone, which was deployed to take on this system. Very quickly, now it does two things, Vasudha. Like we have been talking about, it is just not about the air defense system in Lahore, which has evaded Pakistan's defense and attacked our air defense battery. This is a Chinese model which has been given to Pakistan. So while India strikes in Lahore, destroying this battery, it sends a message to Pakistan and also to China, because China also in the last many years was aggressive, and this tells us the kind of weapons that China has supplied to Pakistan. These are the visuals that we were talking about. You will, in this circle, you will suddenly see, a drone, a kamikaze ARP drone that we were talking about, and which then goes down and destroys a Pakistan defense battery. Our colleagues are also with us, Mohammad Ghazali, and along with him, Gurpreet, both of them joining us at this moment. Mohammad Ghazali is in Jammu and Kashmir. Gurpreet is reporting from Punjab. Ghazali, if I may come to you, very important briefing just took place, which very clearly mentioned that Pakistan's nefarious designs were not only defeated, but India has warned Pakistan again not to escalate.
Yeah, it was a clear warning to Pakistan, one, that don't get too adventurous, because yesterday Pakistan's aerial attack was certainly neutralized by our own aerial defense system. But an important point made by Vikram Misri, the Foreign Secretary, Pakistan from day one, since the Pahalgam attack, has been claiming that these terrorist are not backed by Pakistan. Pakistan didn't send them. But what is more important is that Pakistan kept asking that it wants more evidence and proof. It wants a joint investigation. At most of the international forums, Pak diplomats as well as their own foreign minister kept claiming that India hasn't shared any shred of evidence with any diplomat or either with Pakistan about the involvement of Pakistan or its terror groups. Foreign Secretary clearly said that in the past as well, Pakistan had met such demands back in the wake of 26/11 Mumbai attack as well as after other terror attacks and in Pathankot air base attack. And on both the occasions, India had gathered enough evidence and had shared it with Pakistan, but Pakistan never took any action against the perpetrators of those attacks who are hiding in Pakistan. And that is why even this time, when Pakistan claims that it wants evidence about the Pahalgam attack, India says that it will be of no use. Rather, Pakistan uses the claim of evidence as an escape route to sort of shrug itself off of any responsibility to catch hold of those people who are responsible for the Pahalgam attack. So, and he also clearly mentioned that all these attacks which India has carried out or the strikes inside Pakistan has been very proportionate as far as Pakistan's response is concerned, because it was Pakistan which started this attack, this entire cycle of attack, first in Pahalgam and then the aerial attacks yesterday night. And India retaliated today by even neutralizing their air defense system in Lahore.
Right. Thank you, Ghazali, for joining us with those details. Shiv Arur also joins us now. Shiv, the Foreign Secretary, while speaking today, talked about Pakistan being the epicenter of terror. In fact, he's built this strong, genuine, data-based, evidence-backed case against Pakistan-sponsored terrorism that's been going on for several years. You are on ground in Jammu and Kashmir. This has also seen brutalities that Pakistan has done in the last 2-3 days, you know, those shelling that has happened. Tell us what exactly do you see around you and how is the administration looking at preparations for what is to come?
Vasudha and Ankit, I've just returned from the line of control in Chaukibal in North Kashmir and making my way back to Srinagar, and I just listened to the entire press conference by the Foreign Secretary. I think just before I get into the preparations that are happening here, it's very interesting how in very, very diplomatic language what Mr. Misri has done is clear the decks and make it very apparent that Operation Sindur is not complete. It is still an evolving situation, and that escalation is now going to be India's prerogative if Pakistan continues to provoke. The Ministry of Defence statement released earlier today has set out two big landmark things. One, the drone strikes of India in Lahore and other cities, and two, how India has been able to intercept a huge meteor shower really of missiles and drones aimed at 15 Indian cities. That being said, to answer your question, the line of control activity is only has stayed steady. It hasn't escalated between 2 nights ago and last night. We understand that artillery has been happening. Where I was just now was a village which was completely shelled near Chaukibal, which we were able to show to our viewers as well. That is continuing. It seems to be that the priority for the Pakistan Army, at least on the frontier areas, is to keep the line of control as hot as possible, because they still believe there might be some kind of frontier action by land by the Indian Army. Obviously, we won't be speculating on those aspects of it, but contrast that with the very, very high technology war that's taking place, probably even in Srinagar's airspace. The statement that came out today from the Ministry of Defence said that Srinagar, Avantipora and certain other places in J&K were on target. I was there. There was no reason to believe it was under attack, which means that the interception of Pakistani missiles and drones must have happened very, very far away, from Srinagar and Avantipora, probably not even in Indian airspace. So this is a high technology confrontation that is taking place, and it is likely to escalate. But here on the ground and at the line of control, the commitment of Pakistan to keep it active, to target civilian villages, is continuing. That's not going to stop.
Because, the retaliation could only, this is all that Pakistan Army, and this is not surprising that they are targeting civilians, Shiv, because while we have made it very clear it's a terror infrastructure, and what will Pakistan find in India apart from military and civilian targets? But Shiv, stay on with me. I have one more question for you. Let me also introduce Lieutenant General Anil Kumar Bhatt, former Director General of Military Operations and former 15 Corps Commander. So thank you for joining us at this moment. Gurpreet also is with us. Gurpreet, just hang on for a moment. Shiv, very quickly, one important point from the Ministry of External Affairs and the Army Air Force joint briefing. And once again, we have seen, like in Pahalgam, the whole idea was not only just to kill tourists and cripple the economy of Jammu and Kashmir, but also try and destabilize country on communal terms. And same is now being done by Pakistan, while the focus remains on attacking Punjab, in large areas of Punjab. That was the attempt yesterday as well. There have been Sikh houses and their families, which have been Gurudwaras, which have been destroyed in the shelling as well. So for all the Pakistan Khalistani agenda, they are exposing themselves in this as well.
And in fact, the Foreign Secretary did speak about this attempt by Pakistan to create communal discord in the country.
Absolutely.
Very well said, Vasudha and Ankit. What Vikram Misri did was to completely flip that narrative against Pakistan. The attempt to create a communal divide in India, the fact that 5 of the 15 cities that they tried to target with missiles and drones happened to be in Punjab, the Sikh heartland as it were, Kapurthala, Amritsar, Bhatinda, Jalandhar, Adampur, places like that, also Chandigarh, Poonch, where Ghazali is reporting from, a Gurudwara was destroyed over there. So if, not that anyone needed any reminding about the hollowness of Pakistan's support for so-called Khalistan, but this shows you the utter contempt they have for, any community really that they wish to manipulate to divide an adversary nation. So I don't know if Khalistanis, as they are so-called, will be convinced by this, but it is a reminder to everyone of the kind of rules of engagement Pakistan really deals with. And I think it's important that India made that point, Ankit and Vasudha, because of the last 2 years that we've seen India dealing with the entire Khalistan issue, the fact that Pakistan had seen this as an opportunity to fan the flames and, raise that issue once again and energize that issue once again. We've seen what's been happening in Canada and the United States and the United Kingdom as well. So I think this is an important point that Vikram Misri has laid, and I hope the government continues with it diplomatically as well.
Right.